Yeah, so I'm really excited.
Oh. Paparazzi's everywhere going, brilliant! Are you going to tell us where you're
Cancel my
going?
plans. No, don't tell us where you're going.
No, it's all a little crushed ice. It's a summer drink as well, but classic Del Boy strawberry daiquiri.
Brilliant, thanks, Wayne. Both those
Really
cocktails
nice.
are available on our website, bbc.co.uk/something for the weekend. Lovely jubbly.
OK, another episode of the show now where the groom organises the wedding. Here he has to decide how to save some pounds. This is Don't Tell the Bride.
It's very good.
And you can enlist for Sandhurst on Monday at 9 p.m. on BBC4. But right now, Nicola Roberts is in the kitchen with us.
I am.
Looking forward to it?
Yes.
Yes. That was a tentative yes.
Yeah. Well, we're going to make a roasted red pepper and spinach cannelloni. So we've got fresh pasta, peppers that we've roasted and skinned. So basically, you roast them over either over an open flame or in a really hot oven.
They look lovely, actually.
They do.
And then
it's quite hard to do this successfully.
Do you know, it's dead easy. I think you have to roast them for longer than you think.
Right.
Because if you don't roast them for long enough, then basically what you're looking for is this to happen, so that the
I
skin
end up
peels
with
off.
hardly any pepper.
Roast them for longer.
OK.
Roast them for longer. Remember when you discovered the joy of caramelising onions, Lou?
Oh, well, I'm perfectly amazing
It's the same thing.
at that
Just
now.
for longer than you think.
You must be a really good cook at home now, because
Can we not say that?
This show.
My husband might be watching. He'll be chucking his slippers at the TV saying, no, she still can't cook.
Yeah, Lou is really good cook at home now. Spinach, pecorino, ricotta, and then rather than making a tomato sauce, we're going to roast tomatoes with garlic and some thyme, with some olive oil and some vinegar, and that will be our sauce. OK, so first job for you, Nicola, you need to come around this side, is we tip all of the peppers into there, and we tip all of the spinach into there.
I love spinach.
Good for you.
Sorry, Nicola.
Full of iron. And then a little bit of salt and pepper.
This is something, I'm being serious now, and I don't know about you, Nicola, that I would cook at home.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
it's a
I'm
very
not
new
even
dish.
making that up.
And then, just click that on, and we puree this. OK, so this is going to be the filling for our cannelloni.
Lovely. Nice.
And lovely colour, so you get this lovely combination of the red and
Do you
the
need
green.
a big one of these to do this?
No, you can do it at a small one and do small batches.
Why are you laughing at me?
Just amuse me.
Why?
You can do small. You could actually, if you want to, if you haven't got one of these, you could just finely chop the spinach and the pepper, and that will work as well. OK. So then what we do, we mix, so you can go back to your station now.
Station.
And then tip all of that into there and just give that a mix around. OK. So.
A quick tweet from Teen Girls Aloud. And what inspired you to write Cinderella Eyes?
Cinderella's Eyes is an album track that I wrote quite early on when I was making the record. And you know, it's a song. It's like a positive message song. It's about it's kind of like my take on like fairy tales and happy endings, and it's like I feel like a lot of people in the world now feel like they're owed things.
Yeah.
Rather than having to, like, really you have to work hard for stuff, and like that's how I felt when I was making the album, and it was kind of, it was like a journey, and it's kind of my take on happy endings and how you have to, you know, like work hard, and it's a good message, and I wanted to call the album it after I wrote the song.
And is that because you designed the shoes on the album as well, didn't you? So I suppose it all ties in.
There you go, there's shoes.
Was it, I mean, I would love to design shoes.
It was the most amazing thing, honestly. Some of the opportunities just from making a record has been incredible, and I worked with a designer called Atlanta Weller, and I told her it was, I told her that the album title was Cinderella's Eyes, and I wanted to create the modern-day glass slipper, and and then we brought in Swarovski, and it was just a really, really amazing thing. And now I have me own shoe, which is amazing.
Do you ever wear them out?
So the filling is done. Right, now, so that's one part of it. The next thing we do, Nicola, is just tip all of those tomatoes into there. I've sliced the garlic, and as I say, this is going to be our sauce. So rather than, as I say, making a tomato sauce, we're going to roast them, into the one with the garlic on, and then tip over all of the olive oil and the balsamic vinegar. I'm going to roast them so we get this lovely flavour. I've just got a little bit of thyme that we'll just do as...
Is it something you're interested in cooking? Or?
I do. Do you know what? When I have the time and I'm at home, I really like to kind of spend a few hours in the kitchen cooking. And
so what do you cook?
Do you know what? I make such a good scouse.
Do you?
I make the best.
Everyone says that.
The best
scouse.
Do you have a secret ingredient in yours?
And I'm kind of like, we grew up on a lot of like roast dinners and stews and stuff like that. And my boyfriend, being from London, did not grow up on that at all. So I'm like, let's have scouse every night of the week. And he's like, what is your obsession with potatoes? And
Did he get into it as well?
Yeah, I like cooking it for him.
So we roast off the tomatoes, they end up like that. So the smell of that is gorgeous. So now we've got all of the roasted garlic, we've got the roasted tomatoes in there.
So there was a lot of oil and...
Loads.
You know, that's important, isn't it?
Yeah, because what we want is, remember, we're not having this in a sauce, so what we're doing is that moisture is going to be what will keep the pasta.
And how long did you have that in for?
Probably about 20 minutes or so, because the cherry tomato, that is, they roast quite quickly, and they're going to get cooked again. So even if you only roast about 5 minutes or so, then that's fine. Now, it's a little bit of pecorino goes in there as well. So we've got our sauce, and we've got our filling. So what we do for the pasta, we'll just do a little bit of this, otherwise...
Smells absolutely amazing.
Now, the thing with this, what's important is that we get it all to hold together. So you need to make sure that you pack the dish that you cook it in really well. Now, if you don't have enough tubes of cannelloni to do it, then you don't want to leave it... Say, for example, if you only fill it to there, don't let it sit and cook it. Pack it with something like tin foil, so that it will keep it in place. Right. Otherwise, they'll just spread out like... Because you see how sloppy this mix is. And basically, all we do, Nicola, is a little bit of that down there, and then simply roll them up. I'll do one and you do the other two, like that. And then we pop them, just have a little bit of that, that's hot, oil on the base there. And the cut is on the bottom edge. So there you go, you do those two. As I say, what you do is you pack it full, you just keep it going.
And a really quick email from Ian Hartley. If you could collaborate with anybody, who would it be?
It would be Kanye West.
Oh, yeah.
I just think he's amazing. Like, I'm such a fan. I just think he's... Like, his beats and everything is, like, so full of imagination, and the production is incredible. I'm a massive fan.
Yeah, he'd be a great collaboration.
What am I doing here?
Other way. So if you roll from the bottom and then roll it into a tube, then keep rolling it so that it's all held around. Now, our pasta is starting to dry a little bit. If that happens, you see ours will start to crack because it's dry. It's fine, because now we're going to put loads of moisture on top. It's got to go cut side down. Beautiful. Brilliant.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and then basically you fill this whole dish, and then all we do is we scoop on the top this, which will be our sauce. Okay, so you've got all this lovely flavour, and all the oil, everything goes on top. Back into the oven and bake it for about 15 minutes.
Right.
And so it looks very pretty when it comes out, rather than being like a big gloopy sauce. Look at that, it's lovely. So we get this lovely, delicious dish, and then to serve...
Gorgeous.
We simply scoop it out.
Right, OK, while Simon plates the cannelloni up, it's over to Jason and Tim.
OK, thanks, Louise. We can reveal the Deja Vu year when a-ha had a hit back with this track. Phone boxes were phased out and Del and Rodney embarked on Series 3 of Only Fools and Horses was 1985. I actually got that right.
Oh, was it?
So there you go.
1985 was that?
85.
I'm a year out.
1985. You're on tour today.
Yeah, I'm off to Bristol.
Are you going to be able to watch the big match?
No, I hope
Man United fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a Man United fan. So Man United, Chelsea are 4. But then in Ireland, it's Dublin versus Kerry in an All-Ireland football final, which is crucial.
Who do you support in that one?
Well, Dublin.
Right.
Because I'm from Dublin.
OK.
and then there's Celtic and Rangers today as well. Oh, the Irish are just going to be going nuts. Because yesterday was the rugby as well.
Rangers Celtic straight after the show, isn't it? And then it's Chelsea,
yeah.
Then,
I think Chelsea and Man United is going to be a draw, though.
Do you? Actually, I think you might be right. I think
because this is going to be our first hard match.
A score draw.
But Wayne Rooney,
Liverpool fan.
Liverpool Tottenham. I think we'll get a win away at White Hart Lane. And the great thing I discovered about Nicola, I always thought she was an Evertonian. I've discovered this morning she's not. She's a Liverpool fan. Yeah. Because everyone always thinks you're an Evertonian, don't they? Always.
My money's on Tottenham.
Your money's on Tottenham.
They are playing today, so
who told you that, Jamie? He rang you up, he knows everything.
Do you know what? We never got to the back of that question, how you actually became a comedian. I know you entered the competition, but the question was, who was your inspiration and why did you do it? What happened after that?
Oh, well, I went up, I collected my cap. Yeah. And my mate that was with me, he said to the host, he said, oh, he wants to do comedy. I says, no, I don't. And the guy, Barry Murphy, a friend of mine, said, I'll put you down for 8 shows, 5 minutes each. If you don't like doing it, then don't do it anymore. And that's how I did it. I started doing it, I just kept going.
Brilliant. Wow. Nicola, Oliver Drake says, what are your thoughts on shows like The X Factor after you rose to fame on that talent show? What was your one called now? It's long
called
ago.
Pop Stars The Rivals.
Well, it didn't have Simon Cowell in it, did it?
No, it had Jerry Halliwell, Pete Waterman and Louis Walsh.
What do you think of these competitions now, Jen?
I think that it's a great opportunity for people to kind of showcase what they can do. And I think especially if you don't live in London, there aren't that many opportunities for people up north. And I think that if you have a talent, then that's what you want to do and go for it.
You know where I think Kyle mucks up, though? Because he gives you the record contract and everything like that. Surely he should be just giving you a cap. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the turnout if he bought you a cap?
I would love to see that at the end of X Factor. There's no record deal, it's a cap.
See, at the end of the show, thanks to our guest Jason Byrne and Nicola Roberts. It's the Berlin Marathon next weekend, but we're still here just slightly later, 10:45, with the guests, the Kaiser Chiefs and stars of Berlin, Bradley James and Colin Morgan. OK, so that's it for you. Enjoy your Sunday, whatever you're doing, and we'll see you all next week. Goodbye. Cheers, guys.